So, the house that Jack built. The House That Jack Built is a 2018 film directed by Lars Von Trier, who previously made Antichrist and Melancholia. The film stars Matt Dillon and Bruno Ganz and is about a serial killer and architect named Jack who has a severe case of OCD. He discusses a series of 5 murders, which he refers to as incidents. During this, he is talking to a voice in his head named Verge, and they share discussions about life, death, murder, and Jack's work. There is a high chance you have heard of this film, as it has received a lot of discussion, both positive and negative. Some praise Von Trier for his clever use of cinematography, humour, themes, and issues. Others hate the man for some controversial choices, particularly in Incident 3. This hate at the Cannes Film Festival gave the film 2 cuts, one being the uncut version of the film, which is what I will be reviewing, and the other being a rated R version. There will be a spoiler warning later on, so if you haven't seen the film and want my general thoughts, then stick around for this first section. With all that being said, let's discuss what I loved about the house that Jack built. 2018 was a phenomenal year for performances. We had Nicolas Cage playing his first serious role in a long time in Mandy. We had Toni Collette's career-defining performance in Hereditary, and finally, we had Matt Dillon as Jack. Matt Dillon gives my favourite performance in any film I've seen. He creates this completely dislikable character that we cannot stop watching throughout his performance. He is able to make me feel so many different emotions throughout the film. The main example I can give of this is that he had me laughing until I was crying in Incident 2, but made me terrified of him in Incident 4. But he still seemed like the same character, which I've never seen done before. Another thing I love about this film is how well paced it is. This film is long, clocking in at 150 minutes. I've seen quite a few films at that length, and even some longer, and all of them felt super long at some point, especially during first viewing, but this film went by in a flash. Once Incident 3 had ended, I thought it was about 40 to 45 minutes in, but I was amazed when I found out that I was halfway through the film. I watched Antichrist a day after this, which is 108 minutes. The house that Jack built felt so much shorter than Antichrist, despite it being over 40 minutes longer, which should tell you how quick this film goes by. Overall, The House That Jack Built is a well-constructed, well-acted, and well-paced psychological horror that will definitely stick with me for years to come, and I cannot wait to watch it again and even show it to different people. Even if you watch this review and think that it doesn't sound like your cup of tea, I would still recommend giving it a shot, as it may surprise you. So for the people that have seen the film, I want to discuss the ending because it is truly amazing. This sequence shows Jack descending down the different levels of hell and features my favourite shot of all time, which is a recreation of the painting The Bark of Dante by Eugene Delacroix. This is a shot that I want to put in a frame and put it above my bed so I can stare at it for hours on end. It's that beautiful. I sound like such a dickhead. The film finally concludes.
This review finally concludes.
Shut up! The film finally concludes with Jack attempting to make it to heaven by climbing around the broken bridge that he created with his sins. He fails at this and proceeds to fall into the deep flaming pits of hell. The music builds up in anticipation before it geniusly cuts to Hit the Road Jack playing over the credits. I love this ending as it takes something so simple that can make the film so anticlimactic, but puts its own unique spin on it to make it more interesting, making for a satisfying conclusion to Jack's story. Also, Incident 2 is Fred Figglehorn's mum, which, not gonna lie, mate, that's pretty porgy!